Devil May Cry is a franchise I hold near and dear to my heart. With almost 300 hours in DMC5 alone, and then going back and playing the earlier titles like 1, 3, and 4, and even watching the 2007 anime, you could say I've digested more Devil May Cry than the normal dosage. And after I heard DMC was going to be getting a whole new anime on Netflix, I was honestly in shock. I was convinced that DMC5 was going to be the last installment in the franchise besides Dante coming to Fortnite or a random card game. But I was wrong, and gladly so, because I know a lot of Devil May Cry fans were starved for more content. But after the release of the first season and a confirmation on the second season, the fan base seems to be more divided than ever, with one half of the community getting into DMC for the very first time and going back to play the games in the series, and the other half of the community is less than pleased with how the anime was handled and is also pretty upset about the newer fans coming into the space without knowing anything about the games and only getting their knowledge from the new anime. And I'd figure I'd show both sides of the community and why they feel the way they feel, because I honestly understand where each and every one of them are coming from. So for the new fans, they end up watching a random anime on Netflix and go into it knowing literally nothing, and most of them come out really enjoying the show. But it isn't all sunshine and rainbows with this side of the community. You see, if there is one fan base that knows how to completely ruin something, it is hardcore anime fans, who always need to take a character and compare it to another widely loved anime character or an insanely strong character, mainly either because they're miserable as people, or they just like to fuck with my brain. There's a high chance for both of them. And so what comes from this is a bunch of people calling Dante the new Gojo or the new Deadpool, as if Dante hasn't been a concept of a character since 1999. But going back to the other side of the community, I like to call this side the DMC purists, I guess, meaning a lot of them just simply think they're better than everyone else because they got into a series before other people did. But there is also a large portion of this community that has valid reasons for their distaste over not only the new anime, but the new people coming into the community. But first, I want to explore the real annoying side of this community, because you actually have people tweeting making fun of people because they don't play DMC well enough, and that constitutes them as a fake fan, I guess. I still don't understand why in the year of our Lord 2025 we are still thinking like it's 2012 when we're on Xbox Live, as if people don't have actual responsibilities and don't have 4 hours to sink into the void to get a perfect combo like the rest of us unemployed cool people. But anyway, like I said, there is a fair amount of people who have reasonable critiques on the show, like the complete butchering of Lady's character, which as somebody who did like the anime, I could not agree more in saying that this fucking version of Lady is so fucking awful that it could even fucking make the most powerful fucking demon fucking cry. In all seriousness, this character just straight up is not Lady in any sense. 1, she's working for the government. 2, she's going by her birth name, which makes no sense considering what happened with Arkham still happens in this show. Her dialogue is like this insanely forced trying to be edgy and not caring, but comes off like one of the demons from the DMC reboot.
You don't look a day over 12,000.
Fuck you!
Fuck you!
Fuck you!
And it seems a lot of people are upset about the whole demons are people route that the show is taking, and in all honesty, while I do get where they're coming from, it does seem like it's a bit easy to do and a bit overplayed, especially nowadays. But considering that this anime takes place in a completely different universe and isn't canon to the games whatsoever, I actually do like the take they had on it. I just feel it's something new that hasn't been explored in the series itself that much, so it was pretty cool to see that, at least in my opinion. And while I do understand most of the problems people are having with the DMC anime, I genuinely feel like it's really not that bad, especially for only 8 episodes of a Netflix anime that's set in its own universe. We got to see Dante literally pull off moves you could do in DMC games, and another thing, the soundtrack for this anime was amazing. Devil May Cry, in terms of games, have always had a top tier soundtrack no matter what the game was. Even the reboot that nobody likes, and the second game that nobody likes, and whatever the fuck this is, all had amazing soundtracks, and the anime doesn't do it quite as well as the games, but that wasn't a shock to me at all. But as someone who is an Evanescence fan, it was great to be able to see Amy Lee make a brand new song for the soundtrack alone. And the fight scenes were another high point in the anime for me, like the scene with Dante fighting all the mercenaries and doing the pool ball trick just like he did in DMC3, and the whole "who are we shooting at" line felt just like Dante. Another character I really liked was Enzo. He's basically Dante's Morrison in the anime, helping him get jobs, but unlike Morrison, he's a lot more grimy and will sell Dante out to save his own ass 100% of the time, but I just thought he was a funny character. But as much as I did like the anime, I would be lying if I told you it was without fault. We already mentioned Lady and the Demons Are People too setup, but one thing I did want to mention that I forgot about when talking about the soundtrack was that for some reason, 3 of the most iconic songs from the DMC series all got this weird remix that wasn't needed at all. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the 3 songs, Devils Never Cry, Bury the Light, and Devil Trigger, were all remixed when all 3 of the songs are already perfect as they are. Like, what madman actually thought it would be a good idea to replace the masterpiece that is Bury the Light? I could honestly maybe forgive that, but what really confused me was playing Devil Trigger, which is Nero's theme song, when Dante uses his DT for the first time. Like, I get it, they used Nero's voice actor for Dante, which was already a little weird to get used to, but also using Nero's theme song just rubbed me the wrong way, and they could have easily just used Subhuman instead. It's such a great song, and I feel like it would have fit fine. But yeah, I think that's really all I wanted to yap about for this video. In all honesty, I really did like the anime. If I had to give it a rating, I'd say maybe 7.5, 8 out of 10. I think it's just a solid anime. Definitely has room for improvement, but hopefully we'll be able to see that in the next season, who knows. But yeah, if you want to see any more DMC related stuff, I have a couple of videos on DMC I've done in the past that should be popping up in the top right corner of the screen. And if you want any more DMC related videos in the future, be sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, bye!